Hey, what's up, everybody? Mogam Monster here. Welcome to Why the Fascination or WTF Live. It is our, what is it, Thursday night show? I don't know what fuck night it is. Um, welcome. Want to say hi to everybody in chat. A lot of people in chat already. Awesome. Paul, David, Murray, what's going on, guys? Sandy, hi. Hey, Last, what's going on, man? Cashew, good to see you. Thanks for all you're doing. All my moderators, thank you so much. Who else we got here? So I'm working on something this evening. I was hoping they'd be here by now. I did get some guys that wanted to come on. I was hoping to have them on before now, backstage, so we can go over some things. Didn't happen, so we'll see what happens. So in the meantime, you're stuck with me for a little while. Mr. Lee 3PO, what's up, buddy? How's everything across the pond? Scotty B, Johnny Half. Why do these sound like made names, like mafia names? Long Island Bigfoot knows what I'm talking about. He's probably laughing right now. You ready to come on there, Paul? Hey, it might just happen that way. We'll see. Like I said, I don't know what's going on. These guys, hopefully they'll pop on. We'll get them on. But in the meantime, here we are. So this is kind of interesting. Oh shit, I don't have the newspaper with me. Oh. So I told you guys about that little exploration I went on and in search of a pile of crap. Found it. I even filmed it. I have a video I'm going to put together of it. And it's weird. It's in the middle of fucking nowhere. It's on just the lower part of a mountain. And I went out there and I found it. I had the coordinates on my phone. And I put it on, I told you guys about it. And then that was around either New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. No, New Year's Day, I went to the top of this mountain. So I think it was New Year's Eve or the day before New Year's Eve, whatever, is when I went out there. Saturday, somebody torched that place. Like 26 acres, that exact spot. So I was going to go out there today, but I'll probably go out tomorrow and check it out. A little weird because it's where it is. It's like, why would a fire start out there? So I don't know. It's just interesting. That's awesome. Last Legend of Lonesome Turd. Yeah, so that's just a little weird. All right, well, let me get Chris is here. I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce his last name. Hold on. Chris, what's up, man? How are you?
Hey,
Can you hear me?
Sorry about that. I'm having some issues here.
No, I can hear you. I can hear you good. I can see
Hello?
you good. How do you pronounce your last name? Can you hear me?
Uh-oh. You there?
I'm here.
Hold on a second. I'm going to switch my internet.
All right. You can pop back in if you want. No big deal. So yeah, I found it interesting that place
Did
went
Johnny
up in.
come on the back room?
Nobody's here yet. That's all right. So how you doing, man?
I'm doing okay. Do you hear me okay?
I hear you fine, but I'm hearing an echo over. Do you have YouTube on?
Uh, I don't have it on my computer. Maybe my computer's doing it. I can shut that down. I was
Yeah,
trying to log. I was trying to
if you're,
log on.
go ahead.
Sorry,
Sorry.
sorry about that. been a
We've
rough
been here
night.
before. No worries.
Yes, yes. Do you hear an echo yet?
I do. When I talk, there's an echo, and then, yeah.
Hold
So it's
on.
like you're. If you have headphones,
Yeah, I'm gonna try that. I left my Bluetooth in the truck.
Sandra Piper. Hey, Big Rob. Good to see you guys. Oh,
Is Johnny in the back?
Nobody's
Johnny?
here yet. Nope.
Hello?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me better? Is that better?
I can hear you. I'm not getting an echo from me. So yeah.
Okay. I had it plugged into my car. I'm in my car because I was sort of kicked out of the house because
Too noisy.
my girlfriend has bionic ears and she was not going to be happy about me even being in the living room. She's like, go in the other bathroom. I'm like, no, I don't think that's going to be a good idea.
No worries. No worries. Yeah, but now I hear you good and there's no echo. That's awesome. Great.
Now, Johnny said he's on. He said he's on, but what's happening? You don't see him in the back room?
No. Did he follow all the steps backstage to tell, fill out your name and then just click on come into studio? Because he's not backstage. Oh, there he is. There he is.
There he is. All right. Can you?
There we go.
Yeah. I got
Hold
a light
on.
coming from my street light.
Johnny, what's happening, man?
Dude.
Well, I finally got on here, so how's it going?
Was it a fight?
Well, I kept waiting for you to just put me on, but I had to push a button, so
yeah, that's
I got it.
Right on. So, how do you guys know each other?
Go ahead, Chris.
We all, I and Johnny and Webb. Webb said he might not be able to make it.
No worries.
He's pretty busy. He was trying to do a bunch of different things. He was thinking about it. But we all met at Nathan Rio's unconvention meeting, get together, where we rented a big house, and we had how many people did we have? Like 18 people, Johnny?
Yeah, roughly, yeah.
Yeah. And then we went out in little groups. But where we went is Monument Wallow. I don't know if you heard of Monument Wallow. It's pretty famous with Nathan Rio.
Where is that? Is that in Utah?
Yes. Okay. Snow Basin area is where we did a lot of our research at. Well, I don't want to say research, but
we basically went and toured a lot of structures that Rio had found and the sighting areas that he had. And that's where I met Chris.
Yeah. Right, he's stuck with me now.
Yeah. We were both truck drivers, so.
Oh, very good.
2 or 3 years ago, right, Johnny?
Yeah, I think it's been about 3 years now.
And you guys have been researching ever since?
Yeah, going out and having experiences, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Trying to figure things out, but it's really difficult to figure out, so.
Yeah, you getting any answers?
No, I don't think so. What about you, Chris? Yeah.
Well, we did have our experiences out there, right, Johnny?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I do have them on video, and I'm sorry this was real quick. I wish we could have loaded it up for you. And I don't know if there's a way to do it. I didn't even have time in the back office to see what was there, to see if we can put any of the audios on that we have.
Yeah,
You know?
I tried earlier and it was like Greek to me, so I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So,
Well, if
but I some of those audios I know you recorded. It's a recording of a recording, and
yeah,
it kind of distorts it. So it's if there's a way where we can do it in the future, where we
right,
can use the
right.
original and clean up the original, because I know you guys have some good audio. It's hard to hear, but something's definitely there.
But
Oh
you
yeah.
can.
Did you
Go
ahead,
Johnny.
Chris? I keep walking on you.
No, I do too. You did get to hear the growl at us, Mogs.
I, I heard
I
I heard one where it sounded really distant though. You
oh yeah,
said
there's a
something.
distant one.
Yeah, that's the one I heard. Because I
Yeah,
was
that's
Oh, the
using my
long
speakers. I
howl.
wasn't. Yeah, I didn't hear the howl. I didn't have my headphones out. I was listening to it through speakers. Um, but I do have those. But yeah, if we can get like in the future, I
right,
really
right.
don't know how to do it. I hate to say that.
I
You have some good stuff.
yeah, it just I have to. If we had more time, I could have checked it out and
Yeah,
seen
this
how we get
was
it out.
last minute, and I
Yeah,
thank you guys for taking the time out of your evening to come on and hang out and participate. I
well,
know chat appreciates it too.
I was worried. I was worried that I wasn't gonna get Johnny on. The last minute, I got to call him. So you know,
Well,
but
Well, that's pretty cool.
Johnny, do you want to explain the experience we had, how long it went, and all that?
Which one? When we were getting guided by some owls,
Well,
or the other one?
originally guided by owls. You
Well, that first time we went out. Well, so we went to what they call the Monument Wallow. He just names everything. And Chris had drove in from Florida. So we went out and we started in the day. I don't remember what time it was. And it's about, I don't know, what's that?
I'm a tractor trailer driver, so I drove from Iowa and got out to Johnny. So I've been up half the night. I got out to Johnny's about 2:30, 3 o'clock, and I called Johnny when I was out there, and I said, "Hey, you want to go out?" I said, "I can park by you, and we can go out a little bit," and that's what we did. So we got out about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon,
Yeah,
and
about that.
but we were out searching around. We kept hearing an owl everywhere we were going, and Webb was on a live chat with Johnny, and so Webb goes, "Hey, go follow the owl." So we went into the woods. We were joking around, laughing, having fun. Um, and then it started getting darker. And I've been up all night. And now it's going in the evening, and I have to take a load to California. So I'm like, I know it's getting later. So we start heading out, and it was already getting dark when we start back heading down the trail. And that's when the fun started.
Hmm.
I was picking something out of my bag because I recorded all the way. So 10 minutes of recording on my phone, and then it would shut off, and then I'd have to do it again. So at the one point, nothing really happened. I was bending down, getting something out of my backpack, and Johnny, you want to explain what you heard?
Well, yeah, but you skipped a lot.
Well, no.
You skipped following the owl. So
Well,
hold
yeah.
on a sec. So when we first started hearing this owl, it was an odd sounding owl, and I've been out in the woods enough to know what owls sound like.
Sure.
So anyway, we start heading towards this owl sound, and we never did see it or anything. And there was a couple of times it actually sounded like a man trying to imitate an owl. So then it finally started to get dark, and it was actually headed towards the truck. So we were what, Chris, quarter mile from the truck, maybe not quite that much.
I thought it was further. I didn't know how. I don't know how far that trail is, to be honest with you.
Well, I mean, once that started happening, I think it was about a quarter mile when we got closer. But anyway, Chris was trying to dig stuff out of his bag, and while he's in his bag digging, I'm hearing an owl, and then I'm hearing this other weird owl sound. And Chris is trying to find. What were you trying to find? Your flashlight or something, wasn't you?
No, I don't know if I was digging for a drink or something in my bag, but you're the one that first heard it. So
Yeah, I don't know what you were digging for, but you're making all sorts of noise. and
Sure.
and I'm hearing this woo woo, and Chris isn't hearing it. And and finally I hear this. It was the most perfect tone I've ever heard from it. It sounded like a man, but it was more of a perfect voice. It just went wah wah whoop, and Chris
real
didn't hear.
loud though.
And oh yeah, it was loud. It had to have been what, 30 yards from us, but it was pitch
Wow.
black. And I grabbed Chris and I said, "Shut up."
and
and
I
then,
kept saying, "Are you sure? Are you sure you heard something?"
oh, it was clear as could be in my ear, and Chris missed it. And then we got the lights out and started shining around. Well, didn't we hear some more after that? Just a few, but it didn't last long after that.
Well, we heard all of them sounding. I used a whoop whoop up on a hill, but we weren't sure at first if they might have been kids up there. And that's the little longer one I send you, Mogs. But you can hear it's definitely not owls. And they were carrying on, and there was things going on around us, but we didn't realize how much was going around us until I start listening to the video later. And I'm going, wow. One was right at us, and remember I was telling you, Mogs, it was doing like the dog sort of sound.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like you know.
Yeah, he got some weird stuff.
And then I don't know if it was the same one, but it was by us, and then all of a sudden it ran away, and then it smacked the tree branches 3 times as it ran in the woods. I send you that little audio on that one too, as it's running into the trees.
Like I said, I'm gonna try to I'll try to clean up the audio, the ones I have. Yeah. But if you can get the original instead of a recording of a recording, I think we'll be better off.
Like, if I would have got more time before I came on, and I would have been able to see if we could have added them on.
Oh, no worries.
I could try to add one on right now or something if you want.
That's up to you. If you want to try.
I don't know how it works if I go off this screen or I downsize it.
Oh, you're on your phone, correct?
Yeah. That's why I wanted to be on a computer, and then,
Sure.
Let me see what I can do. Johnny, you fill in. You're awfully quiet, Johnny. I expected more out of you.
Well, so
And
the
then Webb
other,
was on the
the
phone
last
with
time,
me.
well, the last time we went, what was it? It was last winter when we caught that big long howl. We basically did the same trip, the same hike, and we just wasn't getting anything. And for a while, and then we got on the main trail, and it seems like you just wasn't very comfortable on there, Chris.
Of course not.
When we got on that main trail,
Do
and
you? Okay.
and it usually doesn't bother me, you know.
Yeah.
And
Do you want me? Do you want me to try to press one of the videos I send you, Mogs?
You can try.
Okay.
I'm always pushing the wrong buttons. Somebody else might as well do it for a change.
Can you hear this? Can you guys hear this?
No, I can't hear nothing.
You don't hear that? No?
No.
Okay.
Oh well.
Thanks, Ben, by the way, for saying my audio is great. CFB. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Central Florida Bigfoot. You could do it, Mogs. Because I'm a tech tard. I'm always like, if I disappear, all of a sudden you guys will be there and I'll disappear, I'll be back. I pushed the wrong button.
Did I disappear right before? No.
What's that?
Did I disappear when I was looking at the messenger? No. Oh. Okay.
So let me finish my story.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Carry on.
I'm gonna have a smoke.
Okay. So we got to the same area as we had that last experience, and we just decided to, well, we actually passed it and then went back, and it was dark again, and we just wasn't getting anything, wasn't hearing nothing, so we walked back. I think it was probably back about 100 yards or so down the trail, and we just started listening, and then we just all of a sudden hear this. It was almost like the Finding Bigfoot howls, you know, that they do on TV, that what Bobo does. That's almost what it sounded like, but I would say it was probably, I don't know, 1/8 of a mile, and then up on the mountain, probably about 9,000 foot. I would say that's about that high. But it was just off in the distance, and it went for, I don't know, I have it on record. We did record that one.
Oh, the long one? Yeah.
Yeah.
I sent it to Mogs. It's the last.
How many seconds was it? Like 8 seconds, or I can't remember.
10, I think I counted.
Yeah.
But
it would have been up. It would have been up in the cliffs.
Yeah.
Is where that sound come from.
Yeah.
And there was snow up there too. So that was quite a trip. But
stinking.
So we ended up getting something there.
Gears are turning.
But I have that on my phone, but I'm sure you wouldn't be able to hear it while I'm on the stream. But and I cuss a lot in that one.
Well, that's all right. It freaked us out.
Welcome to my show.
It freaked us out, didn't it, Johnny?
Oh yeah, well yeah. So Chris is like, well, I'm really not very comfortable tonight.
Yeah, I was not comfortable that
and
night.
I was having weird feelings, which I never do. And so we decided to mosey on back to the truck, and that was it for that night.
Wow.
But
So-
that was another. That was a different. That was next year. That was the next year when we heard that long scream
Yeah.
for 8 to
Yeah.
10 seconds. We weren't out very long on that one. I just was at Johnny's and I played all the videos of what I had because Johnny was on a live chat with Webb. Webb was with us. Not
the first
personally.
time.
Yeah, the first time.
Yeah.
So we were joking around the whole time we were out the first time, and but they were carrying on the hill, but we weren't sure at first if it was kids until we got to the parking lot, and the only people we had passed were three guys going up the Ogden Pass, and that was behind us and going up onto the mountain. So it wouldn't have
Oh yeah,
been
where they could
where
look
the
down in the
Bigfoot-
valley.
Yeah, yeah. So until we got to the parking lot, we realized that there was no one else out there besides those three guys that went up the mountain, you know.
Yeah.
And that was north of us where we were, you know.
Yeah.
But if you could hear the audio, and this all seems a little lame right now, but if we could play the audios, then people would be able to hear our
We'll
experience.
figure it out. We'll figure it
Yeah.
out next time.
Yeah. I definitely want to play them. It's just that short notice. I didn't have time to pull this up and kind of figure
Oh,
out
yeah.
how to play
No.
it on here.
Give me time, I can figure it out. It's just that I don't have no
I've
live.
gotten this far. That's like on my list. That's the next thing I need to learn how to do. And like I don't know. I can't lie and say, well, I think I could figure it out now. I have no idea.
It'll come. We'll worry about it next time.
Yeah. So, how often do you guys get out? When, like you said, that was a year ago. Have you been out since, or?
I
Johnny's
have.
been out a couple times.
But
He's not too far. He's like 45 minutes from a lot. He's got all kinds of places he can go out to. And I'm in Florida, and as you know how Florida is, I did take a couple walks, but I'm not walking in the woods off the path in Florida by myself. If I have someone else, I will, you know.
Yeah, I've heard some strange stories out of Florida.
Oh yeah, there's a couple Bigfoot sightings in Ormond Beach, and that's where I've done some of my walking at. I think they were in something in 2007. I think it was. There was two Bigfoot sightings on the same road.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and I might do a little video. I am gonna probably start a YouTube channel. Johnny's been pressing me to do that, right, Johnny? But
yeah, if you
go
can
for
make
it.
money at it.
well,
If you can make some money, huh?
I'm not really looking at to make money. I want people to be aware what's out there, you know.
Awareness is a big thing out here, now, and with the community, it's a lot of channels want to get the word out.
Right.
That
I mean,
there are things out there that people have no idea about.
No, I ran into a couple. I walked the same area up by Monument Wallow by myself, and it was during the day. And I'd pass some people, and this is my way of asking people. I say, "Hey, did you hear any animal sounds, or did you see any animals?" And there was a couple coming down, and I heard them talking to other people like they heard something. So when they're going past us, I'm like, "Hey, did you hear any animal sounds?" And the people go, "Yeah, we heard some crazy coyote sounds." And as you know, coyotes they're not making their noise during the day. They're making their noise at night. And I said, did it sound more like whoop? Stuff like, she's like, "Yeah, that's what it sounded like." So, but without me showing my audios or little video, they were around us pretty much, and going out, it got quieter, but
I'm sorry, I got distracted. I heard this noise, my shepherd's laying here having a dream.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
And she started whimpering, and I was like, started snapping my fingers to wake her up.
I heard that noise.
Oh,
So
sorry.
we must be boring her, huh?
Not at all.
Is her feet kicking you?
Not yet.
So I heard this one thing that happened where I go elk hunting, and so I decided I was going to go check it out in that area, and it just happens to be right in basically the same ridge that I elk hunt. So some guy was camped up on this ridge, and his I can't remember if it was a camp trailer or a camper. Something started rocking it in the middle of the night, and he didn't get out and look, but he reported it. I think it was reported on the BFRO site, and so I got down there and I started looking around, and I found structures right in the same spot. So that was kind of a coincidence, but it was something people could have built if they wanted to, but it was just odd in the same spot. But I've been down there in that same area with a camper and had a cow scratching my camper in the middle of the night. He just was scratching his back on the camper, and it was rocking my whole truck. And I was like, what the heck? I just poked my head out, and it's a cow. So you never know. But with the little structures being there, that was really a coincidence. And I've hunted there my whole life and never noticed them. So that was kind of odd. This was last elk hunt.
There is a lot of structures in Utah, Mogs. If you come out there with us, if you want to experience, we'll take you up there.
I was hoping to get up to Utah this summer, actually. I heard there's some good fishing up that way.
Johnny likes to go fishing.
Yeah, there's some good fishing.
Johnny.
Sorry, that's my thing is fishing. But I'd go. I'd come up and go squatching. I was telling these guys earlier before I got you guys on. I had done some local research here. I'm just starting to explore the mountains that are in front of me instead of there's a lot of stuff here. I don't have to travel far. So I had a friend of mine had a spot he would go to, and I told these guys, it's kind of, I hate to bring it up again, but he was out there and he found a pile of scat, a big pile of scat. Huh. So he pinned it, sent me the coordinates. I went out, I found it, but I went out like a month later, found it, and filmed it and mentioned it on here. That was on like the 1st or the 31st of the 1st. And the 9th, I mean, this is in the middle of nowhere. And the 9th, somebody torched that whole area. They've been 25 acre forest fire. Yeah. Weird.
After you made it public.
Yes, that's weird.
I don't know, dude. It's just, I didn't drop the pin. I just said, hey, I found this out here by me, but I had the pin in my phone. It's just weird. It's just,
so
I'm not saying it's related, but it's just weird.
It's definitely weird.
The Mogollon Rim is right there. Is that by you?
It's like a 2-hour drive to get up to it.
Okay, so is that where you go, or? Because I know a few people that go there.
Yeah, I've been up there. I know some people that also research up there. I've been up there like once. I went up to meet a researcher and I interviewed him. That would be Kevin Keeney from Arizona Squatch. Arizona Squatch.
Yeah, I know Kevin.
Yeah.
Well, I was telling Mogs about Phaedra and that too.
Yeah, Phaedra's been up there.
Yeah.
I think she actually went with Kevin.
Oh, really? And that's another place. We went to a Kevin outing too. And we had some whoops, and me and Johnny were sitting in one spot, and I ended up turning my phone off because what was the guy's name from L.A.? L.A. Leon was
Oh,
there.
the singer.
Yeah, the singer. Is
I
it
forgot his
Angela?
name.
Is it
Angelus,
Angela Squatching or something?
something like that.
No idea.
All I know is they're the singers.
Yeah. And Leon was out there with us. Webb was out. I got there late. My company had messed me up. I was supposed to be out there for 3 days. I didn't get out there till the last day. So,
Well,
but
we heard
had
a whoop.
we had a big whoop in. That was big.
We should have seen whatever made that sound.
But we didn't.
But
We didn't see
no,
nothing.
didn't see nothing.
Yeah, it's
That was the
strange.
strangest.
You know, when it's that close and you hear it and you know it's right there, but you can't see it.
It was loud.
It's got to be a little unnerving.
It is. It is.
Well, here's the thing. I kept saying, I'm not getting to hear the whoops like other people are hearing. Like the lady from Canada, the blonde-haired lady, Kevin's friend.
Yeah, I know.
She's got a channel out there.
So Yancey wants to know: is Monument Wallow up Old Snow Basin Road or Trappers Loop?
It's in Old Basin.
Okay,
It's right by by a big ski resort. Nathan's had what? Not about 8 or 9 encounters up there from what he told. A couple of them were on videos, but most of them were audio, like you couldn't see it, except for the little kid one on the hill, and his dog ran up to it. That one was on there, but you only see maybe the top of his head. It might be still out there somewhere, and someone might have been doing a story on it or something. I'm not sure. You might be able to look up Monument Wallow, you know.
Are there a lot of people watching us?
We have 51 watching right now.
Yeah, we probably lost some. We probably lost some because we didn't have our audio on.
It's gonna lay that on me, huh?
No. No, it's my fault. It's my fault.
You gotta understand. I have a sense of humor. I'm just.
I know. You should hear us. We joke around all the time when we're bigfooting. It just makes it easy. It's fun. It's a good time.
It calms Chris's nerves.
Have you guys laid eyes on a Bigfoot yet? That's Long Island Bigfoot.
No, unfortunately, that's what I really want to do.
We both seen things on the trail. We can't say what it was on the trail, and this is when the Bigfoot stuff was going on around us. Okay. We didn't know if our eyes were playing games with us, but we both looked at the same spot and said, "Did something just move there?" And Johnny said, "Yeah, something just moved there." But we're in the dark. I mean, we didn't have our lights on.
We see stuff. We do see stuff, but we can't tell you what it is. Yeah. So it's it just really eats at me because I really want to see one.
Because
I'll just do a quick shout out. Mid-South Sasquatch Cryptic Research. Great job. You just hit 1,000 subs Friday night. That's awesome, dude.
Good job.
Sweet.
Sorry. Got to give props where it's due. Yeah, I'm chasing that next to 1,000 mark. I'm only at like 905.
You're close.
See,
I'll get there. I'm in no hurry.
Stuck in my car. There's the house.
Oh, you're out in the car.
Miss Realdale, how are you, hon? Good to see you. Rex, glad you're here.
Rex from Utah.
If you guys have questions for these guys, put them in caps and feel free. I'll feel free to ask them. Hold on. Can't see for some reason tonight. Richie Evans says, "Have you ever tried to play classic music for Sasquatch to see if it's too soft music, or to see it's too soft music too?" Did you ever play music for Sasquatch?
So I've never played any music for Sasquatch, but I have a really good friend that we call the Squatcher with a Walker, and she brings her harp
Yep.
and
wow.
sits and plays, and she has had something scream at her,
Critic.
and it was no kidding. and she doesn't like me to bring cameras or anything like that, but she's pretty cute. But she's had a few things happen while she's played her harp.
You okay there, Johnny? You're not fading out, are you?
He just froze up.
Uh-oh. There you
Oh,
are.
there he is.
You're back now. Uh-oh. We can't hear you, Johnny.
Hey, I gotta
you go.
put you on mute. My mother just called me and she's in the hospital, so I gotta get off for a minute.
Do what you got to do, man.
So
Yep.
I'll try to get back on.
Don't explain. Just go.
Thanks.
Right on. So what are your plans, Chris? What do you next adventure? You know, you have something planned?
Well, I'm trying to tag up. I talked to Central Florida, see if he wanted to go out and do some scouting around.
Okay.
We sent a couple messages. The one guy that was on Carrie's show, Carrie gave me his email, and I sent him a couple emails. I wanted to go down. He's the younger guy down by Mims, Florida. I figured his mom, there's a Sasquatch keeps banging on their trailer that's out in the woods. I figured I'd go down and he's the one with the footprints.
Okay.
If you've seen the footprints, but he never emailed me back. But my goal is to do a little bit in Florida, but I love going out to Utah. I just feel more comfortable out there. If you would be able to hear Nathan Rio's vocals and stuff, that you would understand what's up there. And there's another Bigfoot researcher in the Ogden area.
Okay.
He goes up there in that general area too. You know, there's a lot of sightings up there.
Just scrolling through chat. Whenever I'm going through chat, I get quiet.
That's okay.
So
That's
carry
okay.
on.
I'll keep. We were trying to plan something this summer, before the Corona came out, and it just didn't work out. So we're gonna try something this year. We might even try to get a bunch of people out there that want to go out and experience some of it. But I feel if you got more than 2 or 3 people, they don't really get the experience. Like if you're out there with 2 people or 3 people, you have a better chance for your experience, you know. But I don't know if I'd want to see Bigfoot. If I heard a bluff charge, no one knows how anyone's going to react.
Sure.
If these Sasquatches were around us, but they weren't being aggressive. They were growling at us, but some of it we didn't hear right away, you know. But if I had a bluff charge, I don't know. Maybe I'd take off down the trail. I don't know. No one knows.
Well, it's fight or flight, and I don't think you're going to fight them.
You know, I don't know if I can sit around.
My chat has a sense of humor too.
I know. No, dude. I'm watching you.
Chris wants Mr. Lee 3PO says, Chris, have you ever had a small part in the film Goodfellas?
No, it's my hair's back because I'm thin. I'm getting older. See, See, it's getting thinner, so I have to do my hair. But hey, I got a ponytail here.
Excuse me.
I was in a movie up in Scranton, but they cut my part out.
Pam wants to know: are you near Salt Lake? But you're north of Salt Lake, right?
Well,
when you go up there,
yeah, it's on the other side of Salt Lake in the mountains. So anything east of Salt Lake,
east.
where all the mountains are, yeah. Some of our areas are up there by Ogden. Where we had the one with Kevin Squatch, and he changed his name to Bigfoot Utah, but I don't know how much he's putting on anymore. He's the one that had an outing down there in the mountains when Leon was there. I can't think of the mountains where me and Johnny were just talking about. But it's all east of, Ogden, Salt Lake,
okay.
Provo. But I don't live out there, but I do like going up there. I mean, I really enjoy going out.
Johnny's back.
Yeah, I'm back.
Save me, Johnny.
Yeah, I hope your mother is well.
Yeah, she's getting better. Yeah, she's getting better.
Good.
So that's good.
Prayers to your mom.
Thanks.
I'm glad she's doing better, Johnny.
Thanks, buddy.
We're gonna go out this summer, right? We're gonna take Mogs out, right? You guys can fish.
Yeah, whenever you want to be here, I'll take you. If you want to go fishing, I'll take you to Fish Lake. Some great big Macs down there, and there's some sightings that happen down there.
Mogs. Mogs, you want to go? You want to go, Mogs?
I'll get up there. I've been wanting to get up to Utah. I haven't been there yet, so there's a lot I want to see. Since I'm in Arizona, it's not that far, so I want to see the Pacific Northwest.
Oh yeah,
love
to get up that way.
So when I was a kid, like 3 years ago, I always used to tell everybody that when I retire, I'm gonna go to the Northwest and look for Bigfoot.
There you go. Look at a shout out.
And you don't even have to go up there.
No, I don't even have to go up there now. I can just do it right here.
Somebody mentioned it yesterday or on Tuesday or somewhere recently. I saw somebody put they wanted to go to see the redwoods and the sequoias and all that, and I was like, yeah, I want to do that too. I want to see that. I want to walk through that forest.
That would be cool.
Yeah,
I haven't done that yet.
I've been out to Oregon. I had a load going out to Tillamook. Nathan Rio, his first experience was out. I found out after I was there that Nathan Rio had his first Bigfoot experience was out there in the Tillamook Mountains, and it is nice out there. It is really nice out there. But
my dad's been up that way. He liked that area. Yeah.
A lot of clamming and stuff like that. But the air was still cool. I mean, it was summertime. It was like 60 degrees or something like that.
Nice.
In the summertime, So, how about that? There was that one guy that I seen down by your store, Johnny, that I wanted your dad to talk to that lady.
Oh,
her boyfriend had that. Her boyfriend's dad had that experience.
Yeah, I know. We found out where that chick lived, where she worked, because she stopped working at that gas station and went to another one. And I actually stopped there about 2 months ago, and she didn't work there anymore. So that's kind of a lost cause.
Well, I had stopped in there one night to grab a burger, and I start talking to the girl's boyfriend, and I was talking to him about Bigfoot, and he said that his dad had a girl on the back, and they were four-wheeling, and they came up this slope, and when they got on the top of the slope, a Bigfoot just came over a fence and crossed in front of them, and she was freaking out. She went to church. She said she thought she seen a demon. She was freaking out. That's how messed up that girl was after that. And that's what the guy told me. So, you know,
There's
But
a
you
lot
witnessed-
that happens.
there's a lot happens out there. There's a lot of structures out there in Utah. Some of them might be man-made, but
No, I've heard about. There's a lot of structures. I want to go to Colorado. I've seen some crazy videos out of there with some of the structures that are there that like take up a whole football field, and all the trees are stacked and not
You-
touching the ground and weird stuff.
Oh yeah.
you talking about
Yeah.
Colorado Bigfoot? Colorado Bigfoot?
Well, it was. I guess some of his videos. Actually, it was some of his videos.
Yeah.
So I'll
That-
tell you
I'd like to see that.
my first experience. It wasn't really an experience; it was just a find, I guess. I was about 3 miles off the main road, going up this heavily used trail, and it was when I was first trying to figure out. So let me start over. So Nathan Rio, he was trying to teach people how to find Sasquatch or whatever you want to call them. So he would tell you the little signs and with the trees and with the structures and the leans or whatever. So this is my first time out looking in Utah, and about 3 miles up the trail, I see this. It looked like a tiller had went on either side of the trail. It was just tore up pretty good, but it was hidden. It was under some bushes with really big leaves, and it was really hidden. But the way I noticed that was a little stick just kind of sticking out. If you wasn't looking for it, you wouldn't have seen it. But it was obvious it wasn't supposed to be right in that spot. So anyway, I see that stick, and then I seen that the ground messed up a little bit. So I decided I'd just head up the mountain from the trail right there. And I got up about, I'd say, I don't know, 40, 50 feet off the trail. And this tree is hanging upside down from the root ball. It's about 30 foot up. The root ball is about 30 foot up in the top of another tree.
Wow.
And I could actually grab the top of the tree and just swing it. So I'm really getting excited, This is my first find. I'm like, what the heck?
How far was the
And-
top of the tree off the ground?
At 30 foot, at least 30 foot, about 30
The
foot.
ball was, but how far off the ground was the top of the tree?
Oh,
About 5
about
foot, I
4
think?
foot.
Okay.
4 or
Well,
5
it was
foot.
like right in front of my face, so
Okay. High
So-
level.
4 to 5 feet. Yep.
And then
and-
the chipmunk was going off.
Oh yeah, the chipmunk was going crazy, or the squirrel, not the chipmunk. The squirrel's just, but they normally do that, so I don't know if that could have been anything. But so anyway, I'm checking this tree out, and I look off to the side, and there's this little teeny structure. It was like a stick standing up, straight up, and then a couple going across, and it was only like 3 foot high, maybe 4 foot. Nothing could fit in there, but it was just odd. It was
Yeah.
made. Something had made it. Somebody, something, whatever. So I start looking around, and that's about, I don't know, 10 feet from the tree that's upside down. And I start looking around, and I found what I think is a track, and I have it on film, and when you're in person, you can clearly see toes, and it was probably, I'd say 16, 17 inches long. And I showed Rio that video, and he says, "There's another one right there," and you could actually kind of see a ridge line of the track that he was talking about. And I was like, well, I guess it could have been, but nothing that you could what do you call it, where mold it or whatever.
Mold it, yeah.
So, but
casting.
Yeah,
casting.
yeah, I couldn't have cast
it. Wasn't castable. Sorry.
Right. But that, it was just, something that looked like a track right there, the little teeny structure, and a tree up in the air off of the main trail. My dad says, you need to climb up there and see if there's any rope marks. I said, well, I would, but I don't think I could climb that tree.
Oh, you used to be a climber, just like I was.
Well, yeah, I used to be a climber, but but I don't think that tree, I don't think it would have bent over if something had climbed up there, I think. And the top of the base of that tree that was upside down was probably, I don't know, 6, 7 inches maybe. But the root ball was big, there's no way a guy could have chucked that up there. That's 30 feet up. So,
is that why you said look for the rope burns or look for rope marks?
My dad, yeah. He says, go see if there's some rope marks up there. And I was like, well, why would somebody do that? And where nobody's going to see it.
It's out nowhere.
It just didn't make any sense at all.
I've heard of them also, jamming the whole, the top of the tree right into the ground.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Straight up.
It's crazy, some of the things.
Peter from Washington, a friend of ours, he had pictures of them out in Washington and Oregon where they were just on a beach. They were just stuck in the ground, about 6 or 7 of them,
That'd be a hell of a sight.
Yeah, and for a human to do that, you'd need 4 people? You'd have to dig a hole and then try to stick them in. Yeah, there's no way. No way.
Yeah.
No,
cool stuff.
It is pretty amazing. Some of the things you hear about that happen out there. The things they do, 60-foot X's.
Oh yeah. Well,
that's crazy.
Lee, if you would have got to meet Nathan when he was really doing his stuff, he's got a lot of knowledge from being out there. He's like a little goat when he goes up in the mountains. But
yeah, what is he, 30?
Huh?
I said, what is he, 30 years old?
Well, he is, yeah, but he was a little younger probably too when he started.
Yeah.
But you can find X's, you can find 2 trees leaning the same way on one side of a trail. And on the other side of the woods, on the opposite side, you could see 2 trees leaning the same way. So I think he had some knowledge of, of being out there so much because he was out a lot,
Well, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have found that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have known what I was looking for.
Right. I think he had a lot of knowledge. I just wish he would have been back in the Bigfoot. He's doing it more privately now,
That's all right. You can come out here, Chris. I'll take you.
Yep. We're trying to get a thing together. Phaedra said she wanted to come out too. Web.
So
and Mo, go ahead.
It's just overbuilt. Overbuilt always has great, funny questions. So, Chris and Johnny, say you are walking alone in the woods on a really pretty day, and a grinning Sawtrust girl holding flowers and giving you eye came walking to you. What do you do?
Johnny,
I
I'm
don't-
gonna let you answer
I don't
that.
I
know.
actually have a buddy that wants. I actually have a
Oh,
buddy
no.
that really wants to date a Sasquatch. He says the hairier the better.
Wow. It's not me. Don't look at me. It ain't
No, it's
me.
not.
I thought it for a
He'd
second.
probably like it
No.
if I named him.
That's all right.
But he is in the Bigfoot community.
Yeah.
That's funny.
No, I think I would probably take the flowers, but that was as far as I would go.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to Sawdust Beast. What's going on, Mark? Thanks for being here. I liked your show earlier. Sorry I couldn't stay for the whole thing, but that was a good show. Sorry, who else? There's somebody else I just saw. Oh, Kat, what's up? Ash, good to see you. So yeah, so you had mentioned you wanna explore a little bit in Florida, Chris.
Yeah, definitely.
Where are you looking down there?
More somewhere closer to my area. I did try to talk to that Central Florida guy,
Mm-hmm.
but he said when things calm down, he'll get a hold of me. But
Sure.
I-
Yeah.
I try to drag my sisters out. My girlfriend doesn't really want to go walking around the trails. Johnny was gonna come down sometime, but I
Sometime.
need to find someone else here. So when I'm not working or I have a little bit of time that I can run out, I'm not gonna go walking in the woods, off trail too far. And as you know, all the different animals that are down here. I was talking to the one guy that was on the trail, and he said he's seen a panther. One year he was out on the same trail. It was a young panther, but he's seen a young panther out on the trail.
Yeah, they're
It
down
wasn't-
there.
Yeah. Yep. But between that and the alligators and the snakes,
Who wants to go in the woods? Or the swamps.
I do. I just don't want to get eaten by all the bugs. I don't care
Well,
about the snakes, but
I'm
the
I'm
bugs is
looking at
what bother me.
I'm looking at getting a used jet ski, and I'm gonna go down along the edges, and I'm gonna do some of my research that way. There's a lot of different little nooks and crannies, Go ahead.
So Johnny Half says, tell Johnny's buddy to go up to northeastern Wisconsin during deer season. Plenty of Sasquatch looking ladies in the bars.
Wow.
Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah, little winter coat, huh?
I'm sure Alaska too, right?
Probably.
So, what's the temperature in Arizona?
Today we hit I know we were over 70, but we were probably around 72. It was a warm day today. But I think Monday it's supposed to be down to 48 for the daytime high and rain. Who knows? But we don't get a lot of rain, so it's welcome. I see rain in the forecast. I'm like, all right, about time, because we're just in such a drought.
Yeah, that's here too.
Weather's weird this year. I just came from Nashville, coming from a load. I came down to Alabama. It was 20 degrees in Nashville. Coming to North Alabama, there was snow on the upper part of Alabama. Not a couple inches. It was just, the wind looked like it was blowing, so it was only in little sections. But that was odd for me to see snow in Alabama.
Sure.
And it was like 23 degrees coming down. So it's not that warm in Florida right now. But I got my Bigfoot Odyssey sweatshirt on.
Oh, right on.
So
Very cool.
get a little shout out to Carrie there.
Mark Dodman wants to know. Mark Dodman's is coming from Australia. Do you have to change the manner and how you search for Sasquatch when you go to different areas?
No,
I think,
I don't
Or
think
just
so.
do the same thing? It's
yeah. We don't bang on trees or anything like that. I don't really call myself a researcher. I'm more enthusiast.
Right on.
I just like that part. We like when we start calling back at them. I did a whoop whoop, and it did like a woof woof back, like a dog bark sound back right away. As soon as I said it, did it right
Hmm.
back. So,
As far
I
as in
think that
this
that's
area, I
normal.
think,
That's normal.
yeah, I think in this area, just treat it the same. In the
Yeah.
West, it might be a little. I hear it's a little more crazier in Florida, Texas,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, Texas, Florida.
So Tom Paul Cajun asks, "What's the strangest experience Johnny and Chris have had? Would that be your first experience, or
I've had a couple strange experiences. I've had a ghost in the house. Me and my ex were living in an older, smaller house, and anytime you were there by yourself, you did not feel comfortable being in that house. But one night, my ex used to love the horror movies. She was watching. We were watching Amityville Horror downstairs, and upstairs, they put a rug in, but they never trimmed the bottom of the door. So when you had to pull the other door, you would have to pull it hard.
because it
That
would rub
door,
the carpet?" Yeah.
that door slammed upstairs, and there's no way it could have
Chris,
slammed.
what about that time you were sitting up on the Ogden Divide by yourself?
Oh yeah, I sent him that little video. That was strange. I was trying to get the Bigfoot. In the one lady that we both know, me and Johnny.
Yeah.
I just forgot her name. Not Diane, right?
Diane, yeah.
Yeah. Well, she sits up there and she listens to him yell in the hollow once in a while. So she just sit up there. I took my iPad and I put it out the window by myself, trying to see if I can hear any sounds. But then I kind of got freaked out, and then I pulled the iPad in and I said, you know what, I'm getting out of here. And I put it inside, and sounded like something hit my car right before I started it, and then I started it, and then something said, "Yes, leaving." Yes, I. You do have that video. I wish we could play it, but um, I can see if I can try it again. But I don't think you guys.
That
can
was a
hear it.
weird thing, though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's freaky. I mean, it sounded like it was sitting right next to me.
The strangest thing I ever had was that whoop that was like right in front of us, and we couldn't see anything.
The Kevin thing up there.
Yeah, and it was wide open. We should have seen something.
Ben wants to know, what's your guys' take on dogmen?
I don't want to see one. I definitely. I hope they're not in Utah because I don't want to go there. If they
Well,
are,
if they're in Utah, I think they're a skinwalker. Personally, that's what I think.
that
So,
you know what I thought of when we heard that yell up on the top of the mountain that second year, Johnny.
yeah.
I that it flashed in my head about a dog man. I think that's why I got a little more freaked out. You know?
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. I even asked John. I said, "You got your gun on you?" He said, "Yeah, I got my gun." I'm like, "Okay, good."
Pammy says, "I'll be a skeptic till I see one." Most people are.
Well,
I'm still a skeptic. I haven't seen
Everybody,
one.
should be.
Well,
Yeah,
Skepticism is healthy.
oh yeah, yeah.
I think so.
Another strange thing that happened when me and my ex, before we got married, we went to Jersey. You know Jersey there, Moses,
Sorry.
right? we went to the beach. Was it Seaside?
Seaside Heights, Seaside, yeah.
Well, she wanted to go into the bay, and we had a little motel right by the bay. So she wanted to go into the bay. So we went into the bay. We didn't really have our bathing suits on, but we went into the bay, and we were. It was at night, and we weren't in that far, and all of a sudden, this bright blue light in the water, about a foot long, but with it shining under the water was about 3 feet long. Excuse me. And it was heading right for my ex-wife. And I tried to swoosh it out of the way because I didn't know what it was, but I didn't feel nothing. And that was really freaky to me. But it was about a foot long. The light, the size of the light, and then about 3 feet glowing in the water, and it was heading right for her. It wasn't heading towards me. It was heading towards her. And I swooshed with my hand, but I don't know what, I didn't feel nothing or nothing. I don't
What
know
happened?
what that was. That was weird.
It just disappear?
It just went away. It faded away. But people said, oh, it could be a fish, but
You never know what's in those Jersey waters.
exactly.
Well, if you
But-
want to know, do you want more paranormal stuff? I've had some weird paranormal things really happen.
Bring it.
Yeah, he definitely.
Okay, so I
That's my
hauled.
wheelhouse.
So I used to haul crude oil out of the oil fields, and I was about 10 miles from the main road coming back after I was already loaded, and I was working graves, and I'm just trucking along. We can only go like 10 miles an hour max on the dirt roads. And I see this light up ahead to the right of me. I'm like, oh, I must be almost to the highway. I wasn't really paying attention, and I still had. It turned out I still had, and this is on the Indian reservation. So I still had like 3 miles to go before I hit the highway, and I got to where this light was, and it looked like just an old, the round headlights of a car from a distance, just one. But this light, whatever it was out in the middle of this 4 to 5 foot high sagebrush, but it disappeared right before I got there. So that was really, really strange, but just a light out in the middle of nowhere.
Huh.
But
Were you close to where the Skinwalker Ranch was, Johnny?
yeah, that was like a mile from Skinwalker Ranch.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Kind of explains
See,
a little.
You never told me
Yeah.
that one.
That was pretty crazy. So I went a little faster than 10 miles an hour after that part.
No doubt.
Oh, my screen's all froze up.
No, we can hear you still. You're just a little shaky in the video.
Okay. All right. So then another spot, I got to tell you this other one. This
Go
was right there in that same area. I was loaded coming out a different road, but there's a switchback road. And before you head up the switchback, you need to call on your radio before you head up in case there's another truck coming down, because there's only room for one truck.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the first time I'd hit that. So I grabbed the radio, and as soon as I grabbed the radio, somebody got on the radio and says, I'm coming down so-and-so Doug Way. And so I got back on. It says, all right, I'll wait down here for you. And so I didn't, this was my first time going up, but I didn't know how long it was. And it's kind of in a little box canyon. And so I'm waiting there for like 5 minutes, and this guy pulls up behind me. He says, you waiting for somebody? I said, yeah. The guy just called, said he's coming down. And so he waited there with me for another 5 minutes. Well, it only takes 3 minutes to come down that thing. And he says, well, I'm going to go up. And he was just in a bobtail, so he headed on up. I was like, well, I'll follow you. Just look off the edges, maybe he went off the side of the road or something.
Oh, yeah.
And we never saw anything. So, so that was really strange. It was like a ghost was talking to me on the radio.
And
But
and did you
That
ever
was
try to
close to
call back to
Skinwalker
him?
Ranch.
Did you
Hmm.
ever call back to him or say, hey, are you
Yeah,
still
on the
around?
way up, we hollered, said, "We're coming up. You know, if you're there, you oughta
Yeah.
let us know." But nobody ever responded or anything.
I
So
I got
that was a trip.
Yeah, that's a bizarre situation, you know. I mean, here
Yeah,
you're waiting for a truck to come down, and nothing comes down, and nothing's there, and that's just that's bizarre.
yeah, that's really bizarre. And that guy that went up ahead of me, he's like, I am freaking out of here, and he got on it. He just left me in the dust.
wow.
So
Hmm.
I've had a few other things happen, but we'll save them for another time.
Right on.
So
Yeah, I'm just scrolling through looking for any other questions.
hmm,
I can't always see them at.
I'm gonna I'm
I'm
gonna
sorry we don't have maybe a lot of experience that other people may have.
Oh, don't
You know.
apologize. Don't be silly. I'm in it for the
I'm
stories. You know, I love hearing these stories. You know, I just I I'm not a researcher. I'm just getting a little more involved in it now
Yeah.
because I'm a little more mobile. Um, so yeah, don't apologize. Don't be silly. You know,
I love hearing the stories, all the
Yeah.
stories.
I'm just I listen to stories all the time. You know,
Yeah.
I love just listening to stories, and that's what got me here is hearing all these Bigfoot stories and just getting hooked on this subject. Um, that's how I got where I am right now. Thanks, Bigfoot.
Yeah.
When
Really?
when you get to go out with other people and go out and experience things together, it is awesome. It is an awesome. It's like going fishing with your buddies. You know, it's awesome.
And getting the shit scared out of you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
We've been on
Sometimes
quite a few hikes at night, and it's just great. I just
but
love it.
we go out with no lights on, so I mean, someone can grab you right out of the woods, and you're not gonna know it's there. You know. I mean that
Until it
that's
grabs you.
that's when the mind gets in your head when you start looking to the edges and stuff as you're trying to walk through the dark in the pathway. You
Yeah, your
know.
head's on a swivel.
Yeah.
But you know what? Even like myself, I've never had an experience, but I don't walk in the woods the same way. I don't look at the woods the same
No.
way.
No.
It's weird.
It
Yeah,
is.
I don't look at the woods the same way anymore. I used to go. I would go on whenever I would go hunting. I would get out there and hunt for about an hour or so, and then I'd lay against a tree and take a nap. But I don't do that anymore. I
Yeah.
don't take a nap anymore in the middle of the woods. It just kind of there's just something about it now. Now that I know more, I don't know.
Oh yeah.
It's hard to
It's less
explain,
appealing.
but
Well,
yeah, the tree's not quite as comfortable.
Well, no, it's hard to actually sleep with one eye open.
uh-oh.
Hilton wants to know: do you guys hear any other truck driver stories or encounters?
I only on some other channels and stuff like that.
Okay, but no
Uh
other like guys you've run
oh
into at a truck
oh
stop or
no, I don't do too much socializing in the truck stops.
well,
Johnny was
anywhere.
Johnny was more local in Utah.
Okay,
So he got to go home almost every night, right, Johnny?
Yeah, I didn't hear. It was more wildlife stories, you know,
okay,
nothing really paranormal.
There,
That we loaded oil around Skinwalker Ranch, you know, constantly. I was there right close to within, I don't know, a quarter mile from the gate.
Wow,
in the middle of the night,
nah,
black
that's
as,
not.
and
That's when your
other
head's going to
guys would be
sleep.
loading there too, and you don't hear anything.
It's quiet.
But well, I mean, nobody has stories unless they just don't tell you.
I
I don't
do have
know.
another story. I do have another story. Last year I switched a bunch of different trucking companies. So I struggled last year. I even lost my other car that I had because of switching. But the one company I was working for, I had to what is the word? I had to recover a truck in down by Houston, Texas. So they rented me a car. So I'm driving down 55. That goes down through Missouri, by St. Louis, goes all the way down, goes down by Memphis, and then you know, but in Missouri, as a guy, if it's dark out, you might pull over to go to the bathroom, right? So I pulled up on a ramp that was all dark, right? And it wasn't woods. Woods were further away, but it was a big field, but like not grass field, more like brushy field.
Okay.
And I got out on the passenger side. There's no lights there. But as I was about ready to go to the bathroom, I see these amber lights, eyes that weren't like small deer eyes. There was no light there. My car lights were off because I didn't have them on, but they were bigger eyes. And then they blinked and I stopped. I didn't even go. I turned around, I got back in the car, and I went back down the road to a McDonald's. But the eyes were bigger. Where's my hand at? They were bigger eyes,
Sure.
They weren't small eyes, and they were the space between them was like, let's see, like that. It's backwards, so it's hard to see with my hand. That was a little
Hmm.
weird. So
I've had
Well,
like my experiences are paranormal, but
yeah,
I've had family members who have had UFO experiences, paranormal experiences. My sister Pammy, actually, if you see Pammy Cassidy, that's my sister.
okay.
She lives in New Jersey. We've
Yo,
experienced some
dude,
stuff together.
like what?
Um,
you you
I'm,
didn't
I'm
want to get into it, right? You don't.
well, you know what? Actually, I'm going on tomorrow night. I'm going on another
Okay.
show, Dark Hour Paranormal, and
Oh,
I'm going to tell my stories there.
cool. I'll be on.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I like telling them. They're cool little stories. It'll raise the hair on your arms, in a good
Oh
way.
yeah. Oh yeah. No, I drive at night, so I put you guys' channels on. Yours, Mogs, uh, Bigfoot Odyssey. I don't watch it, but I put it on for the sound. And
Sure.
once it's over, I replay it again.
Oh,
Sometimes
really?
I'll replay them 3 times while I'm driving. You know. So I love listening to stories, man. I love listening to stories. You
Yeah,
know.
I've been saying it for a while. Soon I want to I want to do maybe like a narrator's month or because I only do, well, no, I do 2 shows a week. Was that 8 shows in a month?
Hmm.
I don't know if I can find that many narrators, but I'd love to get all the narrators that I listen to on, maybe 2 a week or something, like Cam Buckner and Cryptids Canada, and thank them, for putting out those
Oh
great stories and that I love to listen to.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Guy Bigfoot, like I said, who's the other one? Bigfoot Case Files. You know, just great narrations. You know, they have these amazing voices that just, you know,
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
some
everybody,
voices you can listen to.
yeah, everybody brings a little bit different something to their stories, and I'd love to have a narrator's week.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
I have somebody that you probably would that has a really good Bigfoot story. She's only got one experience, but she's really good. She does voiceovers, so she's really easy to listen to.
Right on.
Her name's Allison Hamblin. I'll have her get a hold of you. She's got a pretty good story.
Right on.
She's a radio disc jockey, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. She was at our get together.
So Hilton says, Chris, wear that hoodie out and about. You'll start hearing experiences, I'm guessing. I guess if people start seeing that Bigfoot Odyssey, you'll hear some stories.
Oh, you like that?
Yeah,
absolutely.
People tell you stories. That's what you like to hear, Chris.
Oh, definitely. The hoodie.
Well, I'll be getting some more stories here soon, for sure.
I see some people leaving. Wonder Woman, good night. Thank you. Sorry. She's nodding off.
Thanks.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not you, dude.
Okay, right on.
Who else is here?
I do go up to St. Augustine. There's two different cemeteries. I guess back in the old days, there was a Catholic cemetery and there was a non-Catholic cemetery. And it was in the middle of summertime, and my girlfriend likes to go there all the time, so I have to take her up there. So,
I didn't do it. I swear.
Wasn't me.
Hey, Lockbeard, I'm going to get to that question because it's kind of interesting that, well, I'll explain. It goes back to that turd story. Well, no, here, I'll pose it to you and hypothetically for Chris and Johnny, you find a recently deceased elder Sasquatch male. You had your phone on you and what was it? You had your phone on you so the government knows where you have been. What would you do?
The government, I assume that's what he means.
Yeah, well, we don't like saying that word.
Oh, okay. I got it.
Yeah, thanks.
So what would I do? Well, I have some plans that I don't really tell anybody because
No. But you have a plan B. Right on.
I do. So, and if I don't find something deceased, I have a plan also.
Wow. keep but yeah.
So we'll just keep that to ourselves. But thanks for the question.
If I hit one with a truck, I am not calling the police. I can tell you that much.
Chris is back.
I'm gonna call back a rollback or something. Gonna have to pay him off or something.
Johnny Hass's big brother. Yeah, they're watching.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I don't have a doubt.
What? So the story
you hear too many stories of people seeing shit and Men in Black showing up or whoever showing up. It's like, where the fuck did you guys come from?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch? I hate to bring other shows up, but there was a show on Sasquatch Chronicles. It was the Deathbed Confessional, I think is what the name of the episode was.
Well, that's good.
I know I've heard it.
So there was 2 Mormon missionaries that went to this guy's house, and he confessed of killing some. and you really need to watch the video. But I usually tend to believe Mormon missionaries, but it's a really good episode. So it's a good story.
Are you Mormon?
No.
I was raised Mormon, yeah.
Oh, you were? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not.
I didn't mean to out you, dude, but you know,
It's all right. It's all right.
my
I don't
ex-wife.
have to worry.
I didn't know it.
So far,
Don't hold
you
it
like
against
me. I'll still protect you there, Chris.
Okay. Hey, Nathan's Mormon. You know.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, that's a good story. That just goes to show that yeah, Big Brother's
Yeah,
involved.
Hilton says, just get the fuck out of there before the others turn up.
Yep. But who's carrying the body? No one's gonna be able to pick that up. Even 3 guys or 4 guys are not gonna pick a body. That's like
You don't-
picking an elk up. You know, it
You
ain't
don't,
gonna
need,
happen.
you don't need the whole body.
Yeah, there was a sighting of a white one.
That was in
The last sighting of this white one up on the Ogden Divide.
Ogden.
It was sighted by a non-believer. He's an old rancher, and he went back the next day and measured the tree that he seen it by, and he figured it to be 11 feet high. So
Believe
just
doesn't
imagine how wide the chest would have to be on something
And the
11 foot
shoulders.
high.
It's probably
Yeah.
5.5, 6 foot.
Yeah, easy. Now, does that scare the shit out of you?
Yeah.
And could you lift that?
No way.
It's insane how big something would have to be like that. It's just
Well-
crazy.
I mean,
Yeah, that's over 1,000 pounds.
Oh yeah.
Well-
11 footer. Yeah, that's 1,200 pounds probably. That's crazy.
when we were up at Kevin's outing, and we were up there with Leanne from Southern Ontario Squatching or something like that.
Yeah.
Those logs that were jammed between those trees, that wasn't pushed in there by snow or anything, but those logs were thick. They were what, 2 to 3 foot thick, and it was 5 to 6 of them jammed in. Now I remember someone had. You remember that?
Oh yeah, I remember. There's no way
5 and 6
somebody
of them
could have done
jammed
that.
between a tree. Now I remember on another show someone was talking about it, and they said maybe they jam them in a tree so they can get higher to look down the slope or something like that. So it's a walk up like a ladder in a way, so they
Maybe.
can look further down. You know.
I have, I have no idea.
I mean, what kind of tree was it jammed in? I mean, because you hear stories that these things climb trees, no problem. So why?
Yeah,
you know?
no kidding. So why would they need, unless they just want to step on something? I don't know.
Well, to get better height to look down a hill. You know
That's
what I mean?
true. But they
So
could,
it'd
yeah.
be like a little ladder or a steps going up.
Yeah.
You know. But these logs were what, 2 to 3 foot thick, and they were what, 20 feet long, Johnny?
Oh wow!
Yeah.
And it was about
yeah.
six or seven of them jammed in between 2 trees, and
Just
they were
huge.
sticking up on an angle.
And they couldn't have gotten there by themselves.
No. And snow wouldn't
Weird
have done
stuff.
that. Snow wouldn't
no.
have done that.
No.
But that's not far. If you want to listen to the other spot, Kevin Squatchin, I think is now what, Bigfoot, Utah. He's got
I don't
audio
know.
up. He's got audio up there on his channel, of the same area where these logs are jammed in. Him and Leanne had an audio they put out, and one night there was 3 or 4 squatches yelling at each other, and then you could hear a tree being broke down. But he has audio on his channel of that same area, and that's where
Hmm.
we heard the big whoop at, where we couldn't see the Bigfoot.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, the same general area. Are you okay, Johnny?
Yeah, I'm just thinking that was I hiked to the top of that mountain
Oh yeah, you did.
that day, and that was some of the things that could hide there would just I don't know. I saw some pretty crazy stuff up there that day.
I told him he should have went by himself.
Nobody would go with me.
Well, I wasn't there yet.
No.
I was still driving truck at that time. You know.
Well,
Yeah, my
that's a
company messed me up.
pretty active area. Tell you.
See, I always thought that truck drivers, train engineers, they would see everything. You know, there's so much more to see. You know, they would. Have, I'm sure there's a lot of train engineers that have some amazing stories to tell.
Oh,
I'll bet.
Trust me,
you probably can't get them to tell you because they'll lose their job.
Right.
That's I never said a word when I drove. Not to anybody in the company anyway.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know. I don't care who I talk to. I don't care who I tell. I believe in it. It doesn't.
I don't anymore. I retired truck driving.
Okay.
No more driving for me. But when I hauled oil, that was really political. So if the boss thought you were, well, he actually told me some stories about a guy that believed in Sasquatch, and it wasn't very good. So I never mentioned it.
Oh, really? Well, let's hear him. Come on, let's go.
Oh, he just something about he was in Nevada. He was going to a refinery out in Nevada, and one run out in front of him. And that's about all I remember of that story.
Was it close to
I tried not to talk to the boss. What's that?
Oh. Yeah. Was that close to Utah?
It was on the way to
Reno?
No, south. You go south out of Wendover.
Oh, Wendover. Okay.
Which is
Mid-South. Sorry about that, dude. He says he can't smoke in the house, so he's like jealous.
Dude, I'm smoking in my car. I don't
like smoking in the house. I moved my studio inside, and I just can't get away from it. I really don't like smoking in the house.
No, I quit smoking like 8 years ago.
Good for you.
Yeah, he's telling me to stop smoking.
I got to stop too. It's just I've been saying it, and it's time. It's ridiculous how much money it costs and the damage it does. And
yeah.
You'll be able to hike.
Yeah.
Dude, right? I was on Flagstaff and I moved some furniture for some, I helped load a truck the other day, and holy shit, I was out of wind. I was like, I forgot I was at this 7,000 feet.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I forgot all about it.
When I go with Johnny, I get out of my truck after smoking all day long and get up 7,000 to 8,000 feet and start hiking with a bag on my back going, I'm having trouble breathing, And
I'm like, come on, what the hell's wrong with you?
Oh, he say you need to quit.
Yeah, you'll get there. Me to quit. I'm not pushing you. You'll get there. I know how it is.
Yeah.
Mid-South says, Johnny, good for you. I quit drinking 8 years ago. Right on.
Right on.
Oh,
good job.
Nice. Yeah. That's probably something I should do.
May will be 4 years for me. Quit drinking.
Grads, man.
Oh.
Yeah, dude, it's a life changer. Yeah, Mr. Lee 3PO says just smoke weed instead.
Hey, yo, what are you talking about? Huh? Hey.
Just smoke weed instead.
Maybe I'll pick that up. I quit that probably 10 years ago.
Hey, it's legal in Arizona now, from what I hear.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yep,
Huh.
recreational use. You just can't buy it anywhere yet.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, they haven't figured that part out. You know, they haven't got the dispensaries and whoever. You know, there's they put it out there for what do you call it? The permits or applications. You know, for people to open up
Oh.
dispensaries.
Oh.
Some towns are like, yeah, not in my town. So they're passing ordinances where there's not going to be a dispensary in their town. Whatever. It'll work itself out.
It's already in their town. Just make it legal.
No, it's legal. It's legal in Arizona. It's just some towns like don't want to promote it, you know,
Oh,
by
I see.
having a dispensary. And some dispensaries are, you know, it's for medical marijuana. So I don't know how they're going to work it.
Interesting.
I guess some people aren't happy about it. There's what he's saying, you know?
Well, yeah, I'm sure. I think they should make fucking alcohol illegal. People, I'm going to lose listeners for that one.
Yeah. A lot.
It's more
Dude,
dangerous,
I've never
that's for sure.
everything that's gone wrong in my life ever was due to alcohol.
Yep.
I took that out of the equation and everything turned around. So, anyway.
Well, I dated a lot of girls that had issues with that, you know? So,
It's so easy to get, you know, addicted to anything.
yeah.
You know, and it's a shame, you know. Life is short, and I realized that I wasted a shit ton of it, you know. So make up for it now. You know,
Yeah.
there's always tomorrow, God willing.
Right.
You know.
You
So.
can, you know, you just push your habit into something else, like Bigfoot.
Oh.
You're addicted to Bigfoot now.
Oh, some, you know, and I do
Yeah.
have an addictive personality. So yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Just be right with you. I went to put out the cigarette and I missed the ashtray.
Yeah, I'm not much of a drinker. One drink and I'd be probably falling over, you know. So.
Christy Sci-Fi is in the house. Happy birthday,
Uh-oh.
Christy. How are you, hon?
Happy birthday, Christy.
Happy birthday.
Louisiana, right?
Yes, correct.
Christy. Do I know Christy?
She's
No,
Louisiana.
the Christy I know is from up north, I think.
Oh.
Well, Christy's got a channel. Bigfoot. Shit. Put it up. Christy, let us know what your channel is. Bigfoot Research, something or other. With SoCal, California, the Ninja, SoCal Ninja. And who else? 2 or 3 that are always on there. Northern. Shit, I'm gonna fuck it up, so I'm not gonna say it.
I know. Hey, I mess up names all the time.
But she's got it's a good channel. You got to check her out because if you have to say, "Do I know Christy?" then you don't know Christy. You'll remember Christy.
I'll check her out.
Well, I know. I seen you guys on New Year's. I've been watching a lot of your shows. Yeah.
Yeah, Christy's got a big personality. It's great.
Did she put her channel up?
Go to Bigfoot Explorer. It's just Explorer.
Bigfoot Explorer.
Explorer, yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. Where did I just? Christy's great.
You guys were carrying on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys were having a good old time.
That was a good show. It was long.
Yeah.
4 hours, a little over 4 hours.
It made my night, man. I was driving. I just kept. After it was over, I'd play it again. You know, so I got through the whole night doing that because I had to drive that night. You know.
I found her. Bigfoot Explorer. All right, subscribed.
Kevin says, "Good word, Mogs." What word? What did I miss? What did I say? But yeah, guys, what are we at? We're at an hour and 44 minutes.
Well, you almost made it, Mogs.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate you guys coming on tonight. You know, and again, we'll figure
Appreciate you
out the
having
audio
me.
and the video. Oh, absolutely, anytime. We'll figure out the audio and stuff so you can present your audio evidence. I don't do a lot of videos and audios on the show. It's more stories and hanging out, and we're pretty laid back here. If you haven't found out, if you haven't figured it out yet.
Well,
yeah, I
the
kind of
thing
like
is-
it actually. It's nice.
when you know you're on live, you might get bashful and things just go out of your head when you thought of how you're going to tell your story.
It happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
That's the weed, though. No, I get being live it's very intimidating, and I give credit to anybody who that everybody that comes on live. It can get a little unnerving, and I forget things all the time.
Well, this is my first show ever.
Really?
Way to go, Johnny.
Yeah.
Oh, we popped this cherry. Awesome.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
All right. Hey,
Right on.
how about that picture you had of that rod when you were up in the mountains? Johnny had a picture of you ever hear the rods?
Sure.
He has a picture with that rod he sent me a picture of. You remember that, Johnny?
No.
I'm not sure. It's like a rod, and then it looks like it's got like feathers on the outside edge.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, I don't know what it is, and we couldn't think of what it was called, but I looked it up. It's like a rod or something. I'm not even sure.
That's when I went with this young lady. She says, just take a picture in the dark. Put your flash on and just take a picture and see what shows up. And we were having weird little things happen, and I took a picture. And nothing really showed up. And then took another picture, took another one. And then we started looking at them, and there's this really weird thing in the picture. And then the last picture, she actually went back for this third picture. This third picture, it looks like something standing behind the tree.
Oh, really?
And she went back to see if there was something there, and there was nothing there.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, that was a trip, but
Girl's got guts.
Oh, she does. Yeah, I'd want her. She's got my back whenever we go, for sure.
Christy also checked out Bigfoot Research Evidence Podcast. That's another Christy. Christy's involved with that as well.
I'll check that out too.
Okay. Phaedra is close to you, Mo.
Whoops.
What's that?
Phaedra is close to you. If maybe we could hook you up with some of the people that she goes out with.
Does she go in Arizona?
Yeah, she's from Phoenix. So she has. So if you wanted to go out, they could probably take you out one night or something like that, Mogs.
Well, she went out with Kevin, so.
Oh, did she? Okay.
Yeah, so she goes in that same area.
Yeah, he's got a few different areas up on the rim. I've been to one of them.
I don't even know what it looks like up there, so.
It's gorgeous.
It's probably pretty big, huh?
It's forest. I mean, it's awesome. It's about elevation wise, it's probably 6,000 to 7,000 feet.
Huh.
But it varies, and it's long. I mean, like the rim road itself is, I think, 200 miles.
Oh, really?
My gosh!
Like the whole rim. I only go to a little bit of it, like 20-mile stretch of it. or 25-mile stretch of it once you get on Rim Road. But yeah, the rim goes into, I believe it goes into New Mexico.
Oh wow, I didn't realize it was that big. I'll have to check it out on
But
Google Earth or something.
is there a lot of paranormal too there besides the Bigfoot stuff?
That I don't know. I
Oh,
know, I mean, if you know Kevin and his research,
what Johnny does, I don't
kind
know
of
Kevin that
paranormal
well.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh,
The way he sees his isn't usually, it's usually a lot of the shimmer images.
oh,
Yeah. Little different.
When you say the
They
shimmer, like the
Predator.
predator. Okay,
Predator.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
seen that. That
And they've
blows
dealt
my
with
mind.
Mind Speak up there and
uh,
some other things. Yeah. So
Webb went. I don't know if he went with Phaedra or some of the guys you guys are talking about, but
I
he
don't
had
know.
said something about the one bush. There was like a shimmering or a light behind the bush or something. I gotta ask Webb about that. But I think he was in Arizona. You know,
Huh.
because Webb's from Gallup.
and you
You
said
know?
he's Navajo?
Navajo.
Yeah.
And he's he's a history. I don't really want to say his profession. But yeah,
No,
he's
fine.
well. I don't know how much he wants to say and how much he
Yeah,
doesn't
no,
want to
don't
say.
worry about not
Yeah.
saying it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know with the Navajo, I believe there's certain times of years you can talk about certain things, like telling stories of Bigfoot is, I think, if I'm not mistaken, you're only supposed to talk about it during the cold season, the winter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so they have seasons. So now would have been a good time to talk about it.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Mention it to him. Yeah, some people had told me about that.
I'll see if he wants to come on another night.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. He's a little quieter, he's a little quieter.
He's a good man, though.
Yeah, he is.
So Roku says, I know some Apaches from the White River Res, and they told me the best scary stories about life around the rim. I bet. The White River Reservation has experienced a lot of Bigfoot encounters and sightings up there. I heard stories that they wanted to come out. Actually, they wanted to come out with their stories because it was getting
and part of the reservations on the rim.
The White Mountains, that reservation. I don't think it's up on the rim. I don't know if it's it's not far.
Is that in Arizona, the White River? Okay.
Yeah. White River Apache Reservation, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then there's a reservation right here in town. It's a Yavapai Apache.
Oh.
There's reses all over the place. Navajo.
Oh, yeah.
The Navajo reservation being the biggest in the United States, actually. And that covers Arizona, New Mexico, the whole Four Corners region.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that'd be some interesting stories. I'd love to hear those. Oh,
yeah.
Get him on.
Again, like I said, that's my understanding is there's only certain times of year that certain stories can be told or talked about, and I know that Bigfoot is a wintertime thing, I believe.
Wow, interesting. I never heard that.
He's been out with us in October, so that was a fall thing.
So, as far as tradition goes, not everybody practices the same,
Well, he's pretty much into it. And he could probably tell you some Skinwalker stuff too,
Yeah, I think they shy away from those stories too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've heard some stories from up on the Navajo res, Skinwalker story. Kind of scary.
Yeah.
Don't want to deal
Yeah,
with that.
I don't
wanna
want to
mess
deal
with
with skinwalkers.
No. Or
I-
Dogman. I don't want to see no Dogman. No way. I may
I
never
just-
go in the woods again. No.
I just assume the skinwalkers stay on Skinwalker Ranch.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Dark Big Rob says Dark Hour Paranormal is 16 away from 1,000 subs. That's awesome, dude.
Wow.
Sweet.
Nice.
Yeah, he blew right by me.
Where you at right now? 900?
900 and something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Again,
Dark
like I said,
Hour Paranormal. Is that what it was?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll go subscribe.
Michael Roser,
There you
good
go,
guy.
Johnny.
Really good guy. He was just. I'm going to be on his show tomorrow night.
Oh,
cool.
that's where you're gonna tell your stories?
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Sweet.
I got a load tomorrow night, so I guess I'll be listening.
Excuse me.
That's all right. That was
Found
a
it.
quiet cough.
I muted it, but it's just natural for me to say excuse me.
Right on.
Let's see.
All right, guys. If
Oh.
any more questions out there, guys, throw them out there now. And
Any pizza deliveries tonight?
not tonight.
Nope.
Did you hear about that, Johnny?
No, I didn't.
Last week, middle of a show, I get a pizza delivery from someone in chat.
He didn't know it was coming.
I had no idea. That was awesome.
That was pretty cool. Are you there,
Mark-
Johnny? Are you frozen?
I think he's frozen. Yeah.
Either that or he's thinking.
He thinks any harder, his head's going to explode.
Hello, Johnny. Wow.
So Mark Dodman, sorry, buddy, says exposure on your show, Mogs. That's what did it. Yeah, doubt it.
Did you find out who sent that?
I did.
Okay.
Actually, right here, Sandy Clemens. She sent it.
Oh, way to go, Sandy. I live in Florida.
That was fun.
I'm like, well, it wasn't me, but that was a great idea, though.
Okay, we seem to have lost Johnny.
Poor
just
Johnny.
gonna
He's
take
still
him off
thinking.
the air, see if he comes.
Poor Johnny.
He's still thinking.
He's too. I got a lot of humor too, but I gotta loosen up to the live chat thing. You know.
Oh, here he goes.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
Now
I was
we
thought
trying to
you
get
were
on the
thinking.
YouTube. So, my YouTube channel that I'm just starting is Bigfoot Hunter Inc. Like INK,
okay.
because I like to do tattoos.
Oh, dude.
So when I subscribe to these people that like Dark Hour and Christy, they'll be able to know who I am.
Very good.
Yeah,
So Bigfoot Hunters Inc. Awesome.
Yep. So, but I'll do that after I get off because I lost you. So
Well, your face looked like you were thinking about what about the pizza, and we're like, I think
yeah, I
he's
was getting
frozen.
hungry, Chris.
All right.
So,
Well, I don't
so-
see any more questions.
All right.
Well, hey, Mogs, I appreciate you having us on. Really,
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you
I
so much
thank
for
you.
coming on.
Yeah, it was
I'm-
great.
Yeah,
I just
and
wish we had a whole story line. You know,
we'll get
so-
to that audio though one day.
Yeah.
We'll figure that out. We'll go with the
Definitely.
original
Definitely.
though. So
Right on.
yeah, if you guys want to just say goodnight to chat, now's the time.
All right. Good night, guys. Thank you for coming on. I hope
Thanks
we
for
didn't bore
checking
you.
me out on my first time.
Yeah, we popped his cherry, guys. So
And Johnny, I am so glad you came on because if it was just me and Mogs, I might have not been able to make it through the whole show.
Little stage
Because I would've-
fright.
Yep, stage fright.
You guys did great. That was awesome.
Okay, thanks,
Thanks,
Mog. It was
Mog.
nice to meet you.
Hey, you as well. My pleasure.
That-
Do this again
That's
soon.
Johnny. That's
Yeah, you
Johnny.
betcha.
That's Johnny Be Good Gates. That's what I call him. Johnny Be Good Gates. That's my nickname for him.
All right,
Take it
guys.
easy, guys.
Thank you again.
Thank you.
I'll see you guys soon. Thanks.
All right. Thank you. Bye bye.
Good night, Chris. Well, guys, another show and done. Sorry, Hilton, I didn't ask that. Has Johnny got any of his artwork there to show us? They just bounced. They didn't even wait backstage. They just split, so I can't even ask. Sorry, dude. I can take these damn things off. Oh, fuck, they hurt. Oh. Well, anyway, I hope you guys had a good time tonight. Thank you all for coming out. Christy, once again, happy birthday, hon. I hope it's a great day. Real, everybody, all my moderators, thanks. Big Rob, Cashew. You guys are awesome, definitely awesome. And I will be back. I'll be back on Tuesday, but please be sure to check out tomorrow night. It'll be it's 8 o'clock East Coast, 7 Central, 6 Mountain, and 5 Standard Pacific. Dark Hour Paranormal. He's asked me to be on tomorrow night, so I'm looking forward to that. That should be a good show. You guys get to hear my stories again. Again. No, I love telling those stories. But yeah, if you enjoyed the show, like, subscribe, share, whatever. Again, thank you, everybody. Murray, good to see you. Everybody, Kat, you guys are awesome. I love you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow night, I hope. Come check out Dark Hour Paranormal, 6 o'clock Eastern. 8 o'clock Eastern. My bad. 8 o'clock Eastern. Don't listen to what I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Anyway. Again, thank you to my guest tonight, and I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Peace and God bless, everyone.